everyone, it's me, Ella, and welcome back to another theatre vlog. Now, I know you haven't seen me on here in a while, but today I am back in Leicester for another theatre trip. This evening, I'm going to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie, as you could probably tell from my t-shirt, for the third time. Now, I have seen this production twice before. The first time I saw it was back at the Apollo Theatre in London, and we had Noah Thomas as Jamie, I believe, and then I saw it again in Nottingham with Leighton Williams as Jamie, and then tonight Jamie is going to be played by Ivano Turco, who was in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cinderella with Kerry Hope Fletcher. So this will be my third Jamie that I've seen, so I'm really looking forward to seeing a new portrayal of Jamie. Also in the cast tonight we will have Kevin Clifton from Strictly Come Dancing as Hugo and Loco Chanel. And we also will have Sam Bailey as Miss Hedge. Now, with Sam, I did get the chance to see her in Beauty and the Beast at the London Palladium a couple of years ago as Mrs. Potts. So it will be lovely to see her again, and I can't wait to see her portrayal of Miss Hedge tonight. Now, I have got to be in Leicester slightly earlier than usual, as I am on the pre-show touch tour. Now, I haven't done a touch tour before, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what that is all about, as I've got a few booked for some shows later in the year. So I'm very, very, very excited to see what a touch tour entails and see what my first one is going to be like. Also, in terms of where I am seated this evening, I am not in the usual spot of the wheelchair space on the balcony. Oh no, I have got some brand new access seats this evening, and we are in seats AA on the side upstairs. So this is going to provide a brand new view of the stage. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the seats are like and also what the view is like from up there. And on that note, I shall see you later on at the theatre. See you in a bit. Right, so I'm pleased to say that I've just made it to Leicester by the skin of my teeth after the bus was late. I'm on my way to the curve now. Touch tour starts at 5:30, so I shall see you in a bit, probably after the touch tour. Okay, so we've just come out of the touch tour and now we are in our seats. This is row AA, seats 8 and 9. Now, I thought these were upstairs, but they're not. I thought it was on a raised platform, but what it is that it's flat, and then there's a very, very small bar over the seats. But it's not an obstructive view, meaning that you've got the stage nice and clearly in front of you, but it's on a slight angle. I've taken a photo of the view, so I will put that in so that you can see what the view from the seat is like. But I think we've got some really good seats. Touch tour was really good. I really enjoyed looking at some of the props and costumes up close. And yeah, as I said, I think we've got fantastic seats, and I shall see you at the end of the show. So I got back from the show rather late last night, as it didn't finish until 10 past 10. following the Touch Tour, we went straight in and got seats. Just before the show started, there was an audio announcement over the speaker telling us that we had 2 understudies on. Now, on my previous trip to Leicester, which was to see 6, if any of you remember that vlog, there was obviously no cast board or any audio announcements telling us of swings and alternates and that kind of stuff. So to now know that since then they've started doing audio announcements if any understudies are on is really useful to know for future trips. So cover-wise then, we had Flinton Flynn on as Jamie New and Anthony Guide on as Hugo and Loco Chanel. Of course, this meant that Ivano Turco wasn't there and neither was Kevin Clifton, but we still had Sam Bailey as Miss Hedge. Oh my word, where do I even start? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Flinton Flynn, who was covering for Jamie New. His energy that he brought to the role, as well as his movements and mannerisms throughout the performance, I can safely say, really reminded me of Leighton Williams from the previous tour. I think that Flinton's portrayal of Jamie was very similar to that of Leighton, although I really liked how Flinton was able to put his own spin and stamp on the role, both singing and acting wise, which I think was absolutely superb. I loved Flinton's portrayal of Jamie. It was absolutely brilliant. So, moving on to Kevin Clifton's cover, Anthony Guide as Hugo and Loco Chanel. Another brilliant performance. He was really funny to watch, especially in the shop scene when Jamie comes in and pulls out Loco Chanel's legendary blood red dress. I also think that Anthony had a great voice as well. His rendition of The Legend of Loco Chanel was stunning. I absolutely loved it. A great rendition of the song. Also, whilst I'm on the topic of that number, the quick change for Loco Chanel from the white dress to the red dress during that song. Oh my word, I don't think I've ever seen a costume change happen so quickly in all my life. That was astounding to watch. But yes, I think Anthony's portrayal of Hugo and Loco was excellent and also really funny. Now, whilst I'm here, I am going to mention the lady who played Ray. She was another performer who was absolutely hilarious. Now, my favourite Ray scene is when she and Margaret are preparing for Jamie's birthday in the yard, and Jamie comes in from school and shows them his careers form. And when Ray takes it off him, rips it up and puts it in the bin, that was, oh my word, I think that was the funniest version of that scene I have watched in all my trips to see that show. I genuinely could not stop laughing. That was absolutely hilarious. So, yes, Ray was really funny. And finally, of course, I have to mention Sam Bailey as Miss Hedge. My word, her rendition of Work of Art last night, wow, excellent. Absolutely loved it. And also, acting wise, it's such a character contrast compared to when she played Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast at the London Palladium a couple of years ago. It was wonderful to see her again. And I think the delivery of some of her lines last night really added to the teacher qualities that Miss Hedge has. And I also think that the firmness really came through and also added to her character. But yes, Sam Bailey, wow, brilliant performance as Miss Hedge. Loved it. So that brings this Jamie vlog to a close. I hope you've enjoyed it. The whole cast were amazing. I highly enjoyed the performance. Absolutely loved it. And also, before I go, I just want to mention the touch tour. That was brilliant, looking at some of the costumes and props before the show started. I would definitely go for another touch tour again, and that has really got me really excited for the next touch tour that I've got booked, which just so happens to be Pretty Woman in Nottingham, which is one of my absolute favourite shows. So I am really looking forward to that. So yes, that brings this Jamie vlog to a close. Hope you've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the performance. The whole cast were amazing, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this show. And I shall see you next week for my next theatre trip, which is to see Madagascar in Nottingham. I am really looking forward to this show. I cannot wait. So, I shall see you next week.